What comes next for the world's richest man? Jeff Bezos founded Amazon in a Washington garage in 1994 and built it into a behemoth that has upended the business of buying and selling goods. The 57-year-old has become one of the most respected and feared business leaders in the world, and the richest with a net worth of almost $200 billion. In an email to employees, Bezos wrote that being the CEO of Amazon is a deep responsibility, and it's consuming. By stepping back, he'll find time to focus on his other projects, such as the Washington Post, which he bought in 2013 for $250 million. Or his rocket company, Blue Origin. Bezos has invested heavily in this business, but is lagging behind rival tech boss Elon Musk's SpaceX. Meanwhile, his successor, Andy Jassy, is set to inherit a business that is increasingly under attack for how it wields its platform to undercut or even drive competitors out of business, for how it treats its sprawling network of 1.3 million employees who have complained of brutally long shifts, poor pay, and unsafe conditions in warehouses. As Amazon's influence and profit grow, so due to the demands to rein in its power, it now falls on Jassy to answer those calls.
Let's get more now from Chelsea Delaney from DW Business. Good to see you again, Chelsea. Tell us, why is Jeff Bezos stepping down when his company is doing wonderfully?
Well, to some degree, this is the best time for Jeff Bezos to step down. The business is very strong, especially through the pandemic. We've seen Amazon's sales, its profits really booming. So the foundation of Amazon is really on solid footing right now. So it does make sense for him to say, okay, now's the time for me to hand over the reins. But we already have, in the past couple of years, seen Jeff Bezos really cede over the day-to-day control of Amazon, the running of the operations to some of his deputies, including Andy Jassy. So we have seen this really developing over the past couple of years, but it also has to do with just the evolution of these big tech giants. We've seen Apple, we've seen Microsoft, all of these other big tech giants have also seen their founders step down. So it's something that has to happen at some point with these companies. Jeff Bezos says that he really wants to take the time now to focus on his passion projects. He's, for example, really invested in the Washington Post. He has a rocket startup, sort of like Elon Musk. So he wants time to focus on those projects. But he says he's still going to be really staying involved in the bigger questions at Amazon as the executive chairman.
You mentioned Andy Jassy, who's going to be taking over as CEO. What do we know about him?
Well, he's been at Amazon a long time, basically since the beginning. He joined in '97, and what he's really known for is building this cloud business at Amazon, which has actually become the most profitable part of Amazon. So it is really big, and that's something they want to continue growing. People say that he's a lot like Jeff Bezos. They're sort of cut from the same cloth. They're very focused on customers. They're very detail-oriented. So to some degree, people do expect a sort of a continuation of Jeff Bezos' management style.
Now, regulators in the EU and the US are hell-bent on reining in big tech, including Amazon. It won't be that easy for Jassy, will it?
No, he's definitely going to be facing a lot of challenges. And actually, we've already seen at least one congressman in the U.S. say, congratulations, Andy Jassy, I have a lot of questions for you. So sort of the criticism, the scrutiny that Jeff Bezos was facing about Amazon's practices, the way that it uses its power to undercut other retailers, as well as the questions about how it treats its workers, which we've seen really rise up during the pandemic. A lot of questions over the conditions and warehouses. Labor activists have been really eyeing Amazon as well. So all of that scrutiny is definitely going to continue for Andy Jassy, and he likely will have to be testifying in front of Congress at some point again soon. So he's taking over a business that is growing, but it's certainly one of the most challenging times in Amazon's history, and there are a lot of threats to even break Amazon up. So it's going to be a difficult road for him.
Very exciting story indeed. Chelsea Delaney from DW Business, thank you very much.